Well, it's another day back at the 86, the GT3-86. But anyways, what we are going to be doing is we're going to try to go ahead, complete the rest of the wiring. And the way we're going to do it is by lining everything up the way it is, or the way it should be. And then what we're going to do is that we're just going to measure, cut, and then pull the rest of the wiring harness out. Because I don't have all the plugs, nor do I have all the terminal kits, the terminal stuff to terminate it. I don't have all of that yet, but what we're going to do is that we're just, like I said, we're just going to go ahead, cut everything to length, and then after that, we won't have to worry about it. So I found out finally what to do with, not this wire, with these colored wires. So with these colored wires, I can use them as like little, I can use them for my sensors. So what was gonna happen was these wires were, or this sensor, my VVTi, and then my rear VVTi, they were not going to be used. But then I thought about it. I was like, well, I have all these extra wirings. Why don't I just go ahead, double check all these wirings, make sure, see what I can use with it. And so with the extra wirings, we got that now taken care of. Now all we need is just some power, and then, or no, I think it's ground wires. Either ground wires or, yeah, I believe I'm gonna need ground wires for this. But other than that, we have a lot more extra wires as well. I'm thinking of what other sensors to use it for, because some of the wiring itself, some of them could be pulled off, some of them could be removed. I already removed the excess wirings. Now all there's left is just maybe a couple sensors, and maybe definitely a lot of ground wires, and some cable wires as well, or some power wires. So what we're gonna do, like I said, we're just gonna go ahead, get everything situated. So I looked around on eBay, and there's a custom headers for the EZ30R. And so what I am planning to do with that is purchase that wiring, those headers, and just cut it and then route it into a what was the header term called? Unequal lengths. So I'm gonna do unequal lengths because it's gonna boost my performance level, but it's also gonna sound like I believe it will make it sound like a Subaru, but we don't want it to sound like a Subaru. We want it to sound like a Porsche. So that's just gonna be our temporary header system until we go ahead and have enough to afford a custom fab from, I think it was, man, I forgot what fab shop it was called, but they already quoted me a while back on my headers, and the price was going to be about $2,500, which is as much as it is purchasing a Haltech ECU, which that's what my main goal is right now, is purchasing my ECU and get my battery, and then after that I could go ahead, start putting everything all together. And then once we get it turn started, that's when we can go ahead, button everything up, and get our new tachometer, throw it in, or our dash unit, get our new dash unit, throw it in there, make a couple of some adjustments on the interior, and just have fun again. Because I do miss driving, I do miss hitting up the canyons, I do miss the racetrack with a passion. Every time I hear a Hellcat or a or a GT3-86 just zooming past me, I'm just like, oh, one day. So also, but I keep yapping too much. So let's go ahead, throw our exhaust manifold on, and clean from under. So let's get to it. So before I go ahead and close it off for today, I know this isn't like a good car work on video, but it's just, I'm still trying to figure out everything with this YouTube stuff. So let me just kind of explain it really quick. So today we went ahead, did the wiring, we cut the rest of the wiring out. This is my mom's stuff. But now that we're done with the wiring for now what is next is the brake lines. The brake lines I really do need to get done, because the brake lines I have, they're custom made. I custom made them myself, and so I think it's better that I learn how to make my own brakes, because when it comes to competition racing, it's either you're going to use the OEM lines, or you're going to be making your own wire or liquid based or pressure based braking system. So but anyways, well, with the brake lines, I'm gonna have to come back up next weekend or next week and put it all together, well, put together, and line it out to where we can have everything all connected. And then once we get our other bolt from the master cylinder, we can go ahead, plug it all together, pour liquid into it, and just start bleeding the brakes. Because once we bleed the brakes, we're just going to start lowering the car. So the other problems is that for our bumper, our hood, our fenders, and our door, they need to be upgraded. So what I am deciding to do is, oh geez, the storm's about to come in. So what we're going to decide to do, or what I decided to do, is we're going to go ahead and swap everything out into, I think it's fiber reinforced plastic, or fiberglass reinforced plastic, something, the FRP. We're going to put FRP on the front end just to weigh out the balance, because we already have it balanced out in the rear. Now that the rear is like a couple pounds, maybe 5-10 pounds more, we need to lighten up our front end by 5 or 10 pounds less, just so that we can get that equally balanced weight distribution. So with that said, I also am gonna announce the color for the car. So for the car, it's its own nice little dark gray metallic. We are gonna go for a dark green metallic, or also known in the Toyota industry as the Hakone green. So if you see it up here or right here, that's what the color of the car is gonna be. And we're gonna swap out the wheels for like a black color. We're gonna keep the lug nuts on there, but we're gonna need to do some longer studs. So yeah, this car is slowly getting together, but I need to bring it down to the valley so that way I can go ahead and just finish it off throughout the day or throughout the week, so that way I can go ahead, throw everything all together, and easily within the day start the car and have it running, because I'm already getting impatient as it is, and a lot of people that I've been talking to as well have been getting impatient about this, because this build has been like in the works for about 2 years, and I'm already impatient about it, because I'm just like, I've been waiting for this build for X amount of time, and everyone that I've been talking to have been waiting for X amount of time as well. And we're all like, where is it? Is it done yet? What have you done to it? But not only is it financially, but it's also the travel expenses as well. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead, close it from there. I'm gonna go ahead back home. We're gonna go ahead, hit legs, as we're gonna hit legs today. I am not ready for legs day. I am not ready for leg day today. So without further ado, we'll close it out from here. But until next time.